What do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? What would you like to do if money were no object?
Welcome to the vlog. We're in Shropshire. We're going to try and catch a fish. Not bothered what kind of fish it is, we're going to try and catch one. This lovely lake is where I'm fishing and it's absolutely stunning. Now, why have I chose this peg? Well, out there, if you can see, there's a flat spot just behind a black marker that's in the water. Now, I'd like to fish in that, but it seems quite choddy. Because I've never fished this lake before, I'm not entirely sure what's there. So I put a marker out there, and I wasn't quite happy with the lie of the lead. When the marker hit the water and it dropped down, it's very choddy. I couldn't feel anything worth fishing. But there's a clear spot there, there's a flat spot. So I've just come short of it. I'm going to put some bait in before that spot on a nice hard surface where I know I'm going to get a good presentation. Now I could fish a chod rig over that, which is, I'll do a video about chod rigs at some point, because people keep on saying to me, Carl, we're not sure if some of the stuff you're speaking about means nothing to us. Because what you've got to remember is, and I forget this, a lot of people who get into carp fishing, believe it or not, are over 35, new to the sport, and they don't know what chod rig is, they don't know what different terminologies of fishing are. So how are we going to get that out there? Well, we've got some braid on the spotted marker, as you can see. There's some line that's trapped there, I'll sort that out in a minute. We've got the dot spot from Nash, which is kind of a good bit of kit. I'm just going to feed about 2 kilo of bait around the marker rod, and hopefully we'll entice a fish tonight. I'm going to put some boilie over that as well. I've got some edge baits boilies. Again, do you know, it's pouring me this. I don't know what baits they are. Graham sent them to me to test, to have a look at. I don't know what name they are. They're just red bait. Okay, not sure what they are. And the ducks are being amorous again like they were the other night. It's that time of year, spring. It won't be a few weeks now when we start seeing some little ducklings shooting around the water. It's on the clip, and that's where the marker is. So in this spod mix, well, it's not really a spod mix. I've got some tiger nuts, I've got some corn, and I've got hemp. And I'm going to put in some boilie around that, but I'm going to tip the boilie off with a piece of tiger. And hopefully that should bring a fish in. That noise you can hear on the reel when I'm reeling in, that's the braid. So it's nothing wrong with the spod rod, the spod reel should I say. That noise there is braid on the actual guides. Kind of a normal sound. It does start to disappear when it gets wetter and wetter, the braid, but I did soak the braid before casting out. That's a good tip to stop you from getting tangulations or air knots when you're casting out with braid. Also, inside there I've put some liquid. So I've put some essential cell liquid from Mainline. Like I say, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I can use whatever I choose to use. I just happen to have some of that syrup in the shed. I thought I'd use it. Don't forget, press that bell button right there. Comment, how would you approach this? How would you start to get fish feeding into the spot? Beautiful lake though. Let's set one out again. Hit the clip on the same spot again. Now, I'm actually going to fish a herring on that. because it's quite a hard spot, I'm just going to put a hair rig on it. I'm not putting a chod on it. Oh, that didn't open, did it? Oh, it did open. Just filled with water and closed itself. Yeah, so I'm going to fish a soft braid, 3 ounce lead, a short hair rig, and size 6. I think you could go for a curve shank. Quite cold still as well. I won't say it's warm, but it is pretty cold. The water feels cold as well, so we're still in spring. It's still the start of spring, should I say. All tangled up. Out of here. Now I think this is catapult range, so what I might do, no, I'll spot out some boilie as well on the same spot, keep it nice and tight. These really are a good bit of kit. Because there's hardly any wind today, I've not used the air bomb, which should cast past and reel back and then strike. Well, a good bit of kit, that. Good reel as well. Really impressed with that X-Spot. Very impressed with that. Put some boilies out now, I think. Also, with it being 14 foot of water, it makes it a lot more difficult for the birds to get down that depth and clear me out. I noticed further down the lake there's a couple of guys fishing down there, and it's quite well, it's at least 4 or 5 foot before you've got a marker out, because the picky baits up straight away. Now also, never point the rod at the marker when you cast out with a spod or any form of spod, because you've got a chance you could crack off. So always, once you cast out, make sure you lift the rod again in the air so you hit the clip and lower the rod. That way you're taking some of the shock out of it. And some people new to that wouldn't know that. So the rod goes out, bring it at an angle, hit the clip and let it drop down. And reel it back in. This is the favourite part for me. Love baiting up. Absolutely love it. I don't like tackling up, but baiting up, love it. There's about 25 boilies in each spod. On the clip again. Well, this is a fantastic lake. So look at it. It's absolutely brilliant. This is in the heart of Shropshire, and this is a very old lake with some very old carp in it. It's a good size. It's not a monster lake. It's not massively monstrous, but it's a good lake. It's very, very varies very much in the depth. The birds are starting to move around now. The water's starting to warm up a little bit. Still slightly chilly. The leaves are coming on the trees. This is it. This is where it all starts for me. I love my winter fishing, don't get me wrong, but when nature comes to life and you can wake up in the morning, have a nice fresh cup of tea or coffee, maybe a sandwich or two. This is how it is. This is perfect. And you get the distant sound of the 4x4 quads and the tractors churning everywhere up. But yeah, this is what it's all about. Now we'll recap on what we're actually doing. We're fishing. I'm not entirely sure how far because I didn't use any marker sticks, but let's say 50 yards, 40-50 yards. And we've got some particle down, we've got some boiling down, we've got braided hook links on a hair rig. We're all good to go. Let's see if we can catch a fish. This is what it's all about. This is winning. This is what it's all about. It's just winning. You just need to catch a fish. If anything else, you know, it's getting out and look at this. This is what it's all about. It's not even green yet. It's not even in its plum. It's great. Let's just chill out. Well, the sun's setting now. Night time is starting to approach. Now, I don't know what stock's in here. I haven't got a clue, and literally I fell on this lake because the lake I was going to fish to, I got lost. So I looked at my rule book and my maps and I thought, well, yeah, let's have a look at it. It's quite a nice lake. And hopefully, all being well, I might get a take. But I've read a little bit up on the internet. It's not an easy water. It's called hard water. So who knows? All you can do is put the rods out, put the kettle on, have something to eat and wait. So I know I'm on a good area, I know I'm happy with where it is, but whether I'm going to catch or not, I'm not entirely sure. Let's go into the bivvy and chill out. And I'm not entirely sure, can't even get a time lapse of the sun setting because there's all trees around me and it's overcast and it is what it is. It's still cold, it's very cold. Just wait now. Dark. It's not even dark nights. It went dark about 8:30. And I also run out of rig putty. So, as a result, I thought I'd try some new. I don't know if you can see that. Got some Nash stuff. Klingon. Star trekking across the universe. It's Klingon in it, something like that. Now, I want to know why. I really want to know why tungsten putty is so expensive, right? This is like £8 delivered, right? £8 delivered. And granted, it comes in a lovely aluminium case, right? Tin. And it's got a little bit of paper over the top of it, which is all nicely wrapped. I feel like I'm a drug dealer or something. Or I've just scored. I don't do drugs, but you get the idea. And I'm opening this up. For £8, I feel like I've just scored. Because look at the size of that. That's £8 worth of putty. Now I needed putty, but £8, come on. If anybody knows a cheaper putty than that, because it was the ESP stuff I had before, I think that was about £4.99, but £8 for putty. It's meant to be super heavy. Hey, it might be good putty, and it's well wrapped. You know, I can't get it back in the container now. It's well wrapped, I get that, it really is well wrapped. And it looks really nice. And I can reuse the case, I suppose, in the future. Klingon putty from Nash Tackle. £8. It might be worth it, but £8. It's a lot of money, that, £8. Bear in mind, show me age now, I got paid £44 for my YTS when I was a kid, 16, 17 years ago. It's a long time ago, really. So that, you can imagine, it's £8. Have you heard me going on with myself? So anyway, like and subscribe, press that bell button right there, and put a comment below. Tell me, do you think putty is worth it? I need to know. And don't forget, I will be doing some videos on basic carp fishing things and talking about these things in a couple of weeks, because I've had a few people direct message me saying that some of the things I talk about in my videos they don't understand because I've only just started fishing, or they never fished before. So I'm going to do a separate YouTube channel just for that, rigs, things like that. I know I don't like doing rigs, I don't like, it bores me, but people have asked me to do them, so I'm going to do a separate YouTube channel just for the basics of carp fishing. You know, so like hooks and what hooks to use and what they do, that kind of thing, you know. Not an expert, but people are asking me to do it, so that's what I'm doing. All I can do is just do what you asked me to do. But I'm not going to do it on this channel, I'll do it on a separate channel. I've not even brought a radio. No. I have bought a radio and I have brought earphones, but they're in the car. And there's no way on this earth am I leaving them rods on that baited spot on this lake. They'll stay in the car until I go home. Exactly, bird. Exactly. Read that. Anyway, let's see if we get a fish. If we don't catch a fish now, I'll see you in the morning with a nice... Do you know what I hope happens? I hope I get something I really enjoy. To have that fresh brew in the morning and the mist is going right the way across the mere, and oh, the sun's just rising. That's what I want to see in the morning. Can't wait for that. That'd be absolutely brilliant. That's one of the reasons why I go carp fishing. But then I've got to go up a big steep hill taking my kit. So I'll have to do 3 trips, so I'm not going to kill myself on that. But what we'll do, looking at this lake so far, it has hooked me a little bit. I've not even caught a fish. It's a bit mysterious, so I may put some time into here as well. I'll do my midweek vlogs, going into normal runs, waters and things like that, just for a quick overnighter. But I think at the longer weekends I'm going to either fish here, or the big reservoir near Macclesfield, or there's one close to here as well. I'm going to concentrate on trying to get some of the bigger fish, because that's what I used to do, and I'm kind of getting that way when I want to start doing that again. A bit like Leon's channel, I'll put the link below, how he fishes Wellington Country Park, calls it the Park Lake, and there's the other waters he fishes as well, because I do fancy getting some of the bigger fish now. I did it in last year when I was fishing something called Hard Lake. A few fish out of there, and I only put 1 fish up because it upset people. Hey ho! Right, we'll see you in the night. See you in the morning. Finish up. There's my dessert. Well, it's morning. Good night's sleep, all in all, but no fish. Look at that. It's looking stunning, isn't it? The sun's just starting to come up. The mist is on the water. Just so quiet. Very, very quiet. It's so peaceful. This is right in the heart of England. Not seen a fish yet, nothing showing. Plenty of birds knocking about, gives you an indication where to fish or where you're going to find natural foods. But yeah, it's lovely. Well, I'm not going to be here all day, I've got things to do. I'm going to leave at about 11 o'clock, so it's just a quick trip to have a look at a couple of lakes really. Well, I did get lost, my sat-nav sent me on a right merry old dance. But look at this is a nice lake. It's about an hour and a half from my house. It's not that far away, really, when you think about it. An hour and a half, something like that. Church bells. It's great, isn't it? That'd be 7 o'clock then. And there's another couple of lakes I want to have a look at this year as well, which have got some big fish in it. I can only fish one lake at a time, but I don't have the kind of time that I used to have. When I used to fish for the bigger carp many years ago, I think I took a full year off, and I was addicted to fishing. I really was addicted to fishing. I stopped working just so I could fish for a year, and then after that I stopped fishing for about 3 or 4 years because it just burnt me right out and I had no interest in fishing then. Look at that. Sadly, I'm not going to have enough time to go round the lake having a look at the lake, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I need to, I think I can see enough here. Right, I'm going to pack up at about after breakfast, as I say, and set off about 11 o'clock. Now, due to respect to the people who fish this, I'm not going to name the water. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to name the lake. And most of the lakes on the ticket that are fish on here, I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to give the spots away. Get out and go fishing, enjoy yourself. That's what it's about. And that's just through respect to other anglers who do fish it continuously. Now, we've got the cottages over on the left hand side, the mist on the water. Looks splendid, doesn't it? Looks absolutely splendid. Apparently on the far bank where these trees are, when you get to the edge of the trees, I think there's I'm not sure yet, but there's a peg over there. I'll come round this side. You're not allowed to walk round that side of the bank. Over that side you're not allowed. Not allowed, apparently. Now, the problem with a lot of meres and lakes is that because sometimes they're so big, you're just not allowed to fish on other people's land. So don't be going walking around lakes unless you know exactly who owns it, where they're allowed to, because you can lose people fishing waters quite easily without realising what you've done, or because you've been a little bit selfish and not checked things. You know me? It's nice, isn't it? Gotta admit, it is nice, isn't it? No leaves on the trees. I'm just starting to show the leaves on the trees, should I say, but there's none on at the moment. Little buds is just coming through. stunning.